Hello teachers, in this screencast we will review how you may use Kahoot to enhance learning in your classroom. As you can see in this video on the web page, students can become very engaged and therefore much more interested in the learning process in your classroom by using Kahoot. To go to the website, make certain you type in getkahoot.com. Do not simply type in kahoot.com, otherwise it will lead you to a website that has nothing to do with this learning digital platform. Some of you might wonder how you can use Kahoot in your classroom. Basically, it could be used as a quiz, a discussion, or a survey. And that has a number of applications. For example, you can challenge the students to outperform their past performance. You can use it to introduce new topics, perhaps through the survey or discussion versions. You could use it for professional development. For example, you could do a survey regarding staff's opinions regarding a concept or idea. The quizzes can help generate discussions, helps enable students to revise and reinforce their knowledge of items. It's very energizing. So if you ever have that situation where the students don't seem as excited about learning, try using Kahoot to try and break the ice with them. Also helps turn students into leaders because they can go ahead and create their own Kahoots, either for themselves as a study guide, or for their fellow students. Going back here on how it works, basically 3 steps. First thing you do is choose if you want to do a quiz, discussion, or survey. You can add videos, images, and diagrams to your questions to help amplify engagement. Ideally, you want to show the quiz, survey, or discussion up on a display device that everyone can see, such as a smartboard or a screen that is being projected on through a laptop. You want everyone to be engaged in the activity, so they should have their own devices. Those devices could be a smartphone, a laptop, Chromebook, desktop. This encourages everyone to look up and actively participate. And you can discuss the correct answers after each question. You can also engage in the same Kahoot activities with other classrooms throughout the world. To get your Kahoot account, just click on Sign Up for Free. I already have my Kahoot account, so I'm going to click on Sign In. You can use your username. You can create a unique username, or you can use your work email address. Personally, I choose to use my work email address. Then you type in your password and click Sign In. Kahoot is extremely user-friendly. It offers an introduction video right off the bat, a quiz, find learning games trending near you, etc. Let's go ahead and create our first Kahoot though. And I'm going to click on Quiz. We need to give the quiz a name. And for the sake of this example, let's just call it a trivia game. And you go and click Go. Now, right away, we go ahead and type in our first question. So there are a number of things that you can do. First of all, when you type in a question, you have the option bold-facing it, italicizing it, etc. You can add an image to the question, in which case you have to choose a file that should already be saved on your hard drive of your computer. You can also incorporate a video into the question from YouTube. Let's go with an image question first. And I'm going to type in, who is the author pictured below? And here I can go ahead and type in the answers. The potential answers might be Charles Dickens, Mark Twain, William Shakespeare, and let's say none of the above. You can determine whether or not the answer is correct or incorrect. We're going to keep these as incorrect. Mark this one as correct. And I'm going to go ahead and add the image. And the image I had obtained earlier from online and saved to my hard drive. And can give a time limit for the students to answer this question. You can determine whether or not the question has points with it or not. We'll keep it as a points. One thing to note is instead of downloading it onto your hard drive and then choosing the file, you can also drag it into that area. Now we're going to go ahead and add a second question to our quiz. You go to Add Question, and this time we're going to do a video-oriented quiz. And the question will be, who is the composer of this musical score? And again, go ahead and type in our answers. Chopin, and let's see, Handel, Bach, and Beethoven. Now the musical piece in question is Moonlight Sonata, which is a piece by Beethoven, so I'm going to mark that as the correct composer. Again, you can choose it to be a points question or no points. You can choose the playback time considering that it will be a video. Let's say the playback length plus 5 seconds. Over here, it says, note, playback range does not work on the iPad. The video will play from beginning to end instead. You put in the ID for the YouTube video right here. You set the end at 0 if you want to play until the end of the video. We're going to start at 0 seconds, but let's end at, say, 15 seconds. Make certain that you have chosen the time limit for the video to play, and playback length plus 5 seconds is what I've chosen here. You go to the YouTube video. I had previously brought it up. And obviously this isn't the best choice considering that I have the composer's name right here, but for the sake of the example, we'll move forward with using this one. So to insert the YouTube video into Kahoot, you go and click on Share. And this is the ID that you need right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't do very well allowing you to just copy the part that you want. So that's not a problem. Just go ahead and copy the whole thing. You can do that or do Control-C. Go here and paste it in. And then we can go and remove that beginning section there. Notice that if you want to remove answer choices, you can always hit negative to remove one, or plus to add it back. At this point, we're going to go ahead and finalize our quiz. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And as it says here, we can reorder questions by dragging and dropping them into place. One thing I noticed though is this question here I did not actually create, so it added in a question that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to go into Edit Questions, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's number 3 here, and I'm going to go and click on Delete Question. Now I'm going to go to Save and Continue, and it's just the 2 questions I want. Go ahead, Save and Continue again. And before I finish, choose the language I want it in, obviously English. Do I want it for my students only, or do I want anyone to be able to see it? The primary audience, going to choose school here. I can type in a description. An example trivia game. And I can add tags. Now I can go ahead and hit Save and Continue. We can give the quiz a cover image if we wish by choosing and dragging a file. Going to skip that for now. I'm going to click Done. So the trivia game is now done, and you can go ahead and play it with your students. You click Play Now. And we have, once it's fully loaded, we have some options here. Do we want to play music while waiting for students to answer? Usually you want to say yes. Makes it more interesting. Do you want randomized orders of answers? Sure. Randomized order of the questions? Sure. Display the game pin throughout? Probably a good idea. The game pin is what students need in order to go ahead and participate in the game, and by having a game pin constantly available, if somebody gets booted out, they'll be able to go in again. And now we're going to go ahead and hit launch. Alright, so students, get your phone, tablet, or laptop out. They go to kahoot.it, and the game pin is 887923. Students who want to participate simply go to this website, and it'll look like something like this. They enter the game pin, hit enter, and then they connect. Then they enter a nickname. Emphasize to your students that the nickname must be school appropriate. And here we'll just type in something like Kahoot fan. Then I click on OK Go. I'm in, and it says see your nickname on screen. This is what the students will see, by the way. And as you can see, my nickname is showing. As the teacher, if you feel that a student has chosen an inappropriate name, you can always go ahead and delete it out. But let's go ahead and start the game. 2 questions, are you ready? That's a progress bar right there. And the first question is, who is the composer of this musical score? Notice that the answer choices have geometric shapes, and the answer is going to be Beethoven, the circle. So going back to what the students see, we're going to choose the circle. And I'm told that I got it correct, and I am now in first place, which makes sense considering I'm the only player right now. And then you can see a status bar. And the game proceeds in a similar way. Go ahead and click next. Who's the author pictured below? And the answer is Mark Twain, the diamond, so we're going to go ahead and hit the diamond. And again, the student sees that they got it correct and that they are in first place. This is what everyone in class sees, and you can hit next, and it shows the different points. Anyway, as you can see, Kahoot can be a great way to review important material before a test. If you ever have any questions,